Deb, and I'm so pleased to be part of the host panel here on Plugged In as we celebrate the new year. Joining me are my two wonderful co-hosts, Daniel and William. How are you guys doing?
Feeling great.
Great.
Happy to be here.
Fantastic.
So Plugged In is a show that's all about your health, and specifically the health of your kidneys. Learning more about just how incredible our kidneys are and the important work that they do to keep our body healthy. What is kidney disease and how to prevent it, and the importance of organ donation and kidney transplantation, and so much more. And William, you know a bit about that, having recently had a transplant this past summer.
Yeah, been there, done that. But seriously, it is a pleasure to be here on Plugged In.
Great to have you.
Thank you very much. I was seriously one of the lucky people who actually had a kidney transplant last year. And
we're going to hear more about your inspirational story later on in the show, so can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, guys, since this is the first Plugged In of 2017, I think it's only appropriate that we wish our Plugged In viewers
a Happy New Year!
Oh, man. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I make New Year's resolutions. Do you guys make resolutions on how to improve and be better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. For myself, each year I focus on trying to be healthier, eating a little bit better, getting to the gym, and just being more active. And each year I make the same resolution again because I don't quite hit that goal.
See, well, you speaking about being healthier, I have the same one, and I always say, now all the time is I'm always trying to bring sexy back because it is a lot harder nowadays.
Right?
And but also it's also about being, even just a better person and fulfilling all my goals.
Awesome.
Wow, you guys are inspirational.
Well, what about you, Dale?
Yeah, I make resolutions too. So.
That was awesome. I love it. I think I'm going to look forward to that one next year.
Oh, man. I will say I like the hat. The hat.
The hat is good.
You almost look like a crooner. Like you
could
singer.
sing a song in that.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. And
See what we open up when we
Wow.
be
let's see
a
what it
part
says.
of it. Vancouver. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my goodness.
Sexy
That
was
very
brought.
good. There you go.
Well, thank you.
So moving right along, what I like most about the new year is that it's about new beginnings. And we have some great new segments on Plugged In coming up this year.
Yes.
Daniel, you're going to tell us about one of those.
Absolutely. One of our new segments is Healthier You. On this segment, we'll be sharing with you health and wellness information, including nutritional and fitness tips brought to you by the experts in these fields. All of these designed to help you, get to a healthier you. Kicking off our Healthier You segment is a personal trainer who will share some fitness tips to help take off a few of the leftover calories and to help motivate you, be active, and get moving in this brand new year.
It sounds like this segment could address a lot of your New Year's resolutions.
It's mainly for me. Healthier me, absolutely.
Well, we all know, or if we don't, we will learn that kidneys are very important to our health. And coming up, we're going to share with you over the next few shows some of the ways to keep our kidneys healthy. And one of the first ways is we want to drink lots of
water.
So we stay
Hydrated.
You guys are good.
Yeah. So watch out for caffeine intake and all the other drinks that can dehydrate you. And also, speaking of dehydration, I got a special few drinks in me this weekend and over the last few weeks from being able to celebrate with family, with all this new kidney and all. So, had to put it to the test, guys. Come on.
It's the new year. Got to celebrate New
And it
Year.
passed, right?
100%.
Well, speaking of celebrations, that reminds me that the Kidney Gala is happening soon, actually on March 9th, which is World Kidney Day. And this is such an inspirational night, which raises funds to help kidney patients and promote hope for their future through raising funds for research as well. So really, it's an event not to miss. We're going to have more on the gala coming later in the show, and we're going to feature a very special live auction item, so you won't want to miss that.
Wow.
So for more information and tickets, go to kidneygala.com.
Oh man, I'm gonna get my tickets right after this.
I'm on a guest list, so I'm good.
Well, actually, we're going to be there. Yeah.
Plugged In is going to be live at the Kidney Gala.
Yeah.
That's
Excellent.
amazing.
There we go. Well, we've got a great show lined up for you today, so please stay tuned with us here on
Plugged In.
Today on Hot Topics, we are going to talk about living kidney donation and how kidney patients who need a transplant get the word out to family, friends, people in their circle to let them know that they need a kidney. Understandably, for some kidney patients, it's hard enough just to share their story, let alone asking someone to consider donating a kidney. We also want to explore it from the perspective of a potential kidney donor and what would motivate someone to step up and donate their kidney. We have two guests with us today who are going to share their experiences with living kidney donation. We're going to hear from one guest on how he found his kidney donor, and secondly, from a guest who donated her kidney to a stranger and why. Welcome, Todd and Sheila, and Happy New Year to you both.
Happy
Thanks.
New Year to you too.
It's so much fun to be here. Thanks for having us.
Oh, well, thanks for coming. So listen, Todd, I'm going to start with you. You received a kidney transplant from a friend about 6 years ago, and you've got an interesting story to share. Can you tell us a little bit more about your situation and specifically how you went about finding your kidney donor?
So at the age of 4, I was diagnosed with a condition called Alport syndrome, which affects the kidneys, hearing, eyesight, and through much of my life, it didn't affect me until I was in my late teens. I was 16 years old, and I had to start medication, change my diet, and eventually at the age of 20, I went on dialysis. And at that point, that's when I began the process of telling my story and finding a donor or potential donor. And so I told my family, my friends, and a friend of mine, Tanya, who I've been friends with since I was 14 years old. She came forward, and at around the same time, my mom had been tested, and unfortunately she didn't qualify, but the testing with Tanya continued on. And for me, one of the things about my story is that I'm very comfortable telling my story, and for me, I was able to have that conversation with lots of different people. But it is a difficult thing because you can't work that into a conversation like, hey, nice weather outside. Do you mind if I have your kidney?
Let's go for dinner and have a kidney.
Right?
Yeah.
But at the time, Tanya wasn't in your immediate circle. And that's what's really interesting because people often think that, oh gosh, I don't have a close family member or friend who can be a match for me. What am I going to do?
Yeah, I mean, you first think that it's going to be your family, maybe like really close friends you've had for years. You don't think necessarily that those people in our lives that are sort of at the edges of our life and we're connected with, but not really close friends. But the lesson for me is it's about telling your story.
And I was reading the other day that people looking for living kidney donors, they've done creative things to sort of start a conversation. They've worn a t-shirt that says, I need a kidney, or they've created a unique piece of jewelry or a business card that shares their story just as a conversation starter.
Those conversations are so important. You just never know where that special person's going to turn up.
Actually, I'd like to jump in on your story now. I want to just read something here that when you sent me your bio the other day, I actually got goosebumps when I read something that was in your bio because I think it sets up your story very nicely. So you said, it was about 20 years ago, you had a serious car accident and bystanders kept you breathing until help arrived. And the paramedics had to revive you several times on the way to the hospital. And while in hospital, your mother said, God saved you for a reason. Figure it out. And that started you on your journey, and you sort of changed the way you lived and paid it forward. How did you become a living donor, and what motivated you to do this?
Well, it certainly was just a by chance, in terms of that a gal I worked with, Cheryl, came into work one day, and I could see that she was distraught and something was bothering her. So as friend to friend, I said, hey, what's happening? And that's when she started to relate to me her story of her husband who was a diabetic and was in need of a kidney transplant. And they had started quietly on their own road trying to find that donor within their family network and thought they had a potential donor. And then, as chance would have it, when he went through the testing, discovered he had cancer and then became ineligible to be a donor. So I said, well, how do I might have a spare kidney, so what's the process like? And she said, well, it kind of starts with a blood test. So you go do that first and see if you are a potential match, and then there's extensive testing beyond that. So I thought, well, how much can that hurt? So I thought I'd try that, and that sort of began that journey for me, and it just blossomed from there. Through that months of testing and everything, I finally got the green light. Yes, you are a potential donor,
Right.
so and it looks like a good match. And again, they said it's up to you whether you tell the recipient or not. You don't have to. You can keep it just on the QT for now. But I chose because it was Christmas time at that time of year, and I phoned up Joe and Cheryl and I said, Merry Christmas, here's your Christmas present, you got my kidney.
Picked up the voicemail, and it was my mom saying, Tanya, something's happened to Todd. They told me, still in the coma, she said there was a single tear that came down my eyes.
Hello, I'm Dre DeRoche, and thank you for joining me with In the News. This next story once again paints a picture for us about the power of organ donation. With his health declining rapidly, William Stewart never thought he would be here to ring in the new year with his family and friends, until he got that call that would literally save his life. Kidney.BCY TV reporter Naomi Lowe tells us more.
William Stewart has had a long battle with 2 chronic diseases. At the age of 16, he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and then later developed kidney disease in 2010. He was on dialysis for almost 4 years. The 2 diseases increasingly took a toll on his life, his quality of life. While William has played many roles over the years, his biggest role has been managing his health and literally trying to make it from one day to the next. 2016 was a roller coaster year. You mentioned that you were at a pretty low point where you thought this might be it. You were getting your affairs in order and did your will. What kept you going?
Funny thing that you say that, yes, I do in my will. I did my will the day after my birthday, which was July 6th. And it was just something where, just family was like, hey, you should probably get, your affairs in order. You're talking with the doctors, your kidneys are at 5% and so on and so forth. So, I mean, my thoughts were, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I've had a wonderful life. I've met a lot of great people. I've worked with a lot of great directors, a lot of amazing actors. I work with some of the best film crews, that Vancouver can offer. If I was to not make it through this whole kidney disease process, I've had a good life, and I still believe that.
You got that call from the hospital that would literally save your life, but you almost missed the call. Tell us what happened that day.
On July 12th, I was working actually, and I left my phone in the car because to walk 100 yards was like, ugh. It was like hell to just go to the car, and my car was uphill, and walking uphill with kidney disease, your body just wants to shut down. And finally I went to the car and I got my phone, and there was like 12 messages from my wife. There's texts, there's the kidney, the hospital, St. Paul's calling me. And then I looked at the text message and it says, the St. Paul's, they have a kidney for you. They might have a kidney for you. You need to call them. And I look and I'm like, wow, they called like an hour and change ago.
Once you knew that they had a kidney, what was the next steps?
The moment that it kind of sunk in as I was driving to actually go home and grab my clothing for the hospital, because I didn't know, I was driving and I started crying.
Wow.
Because I was like, the possibility is that I could have a second chance.
Yeah.
At life. I could see my kids every day. I could see my family every day. This whole totally changes everything. There's no excuse that I can't take on the world and I can't win.
So is that what you were feeling? Like you went to the hospital. It's an immediate thing. What were you feeling when they wheeled you in? Like what was the thought?
It was a little scary, like, to be honest with you. It was kind of scary because you could still hear, yeah, it's not going to work. We ran these tests. You're not healthy enough. Unfortunately, we got to give this kidney to somebody else. So that was my biggest fear. You start praying as well, and I think for me, I found peace going like whatever is going to be is going to be.
Many people describe after transplant as having a new lease on life. How is your life today, post-transplant?
Words can't even explain how I feel. I mean, the changes are, like I said, I get to see my kids every day.
Yeah.
And I'm living proof that we are all the same on the inside, because I don't know if it was a man, a woman, a child, white, black, blue, purple, that gave me a kidney, but they took the time to fill out a donor card, and I'm here.
Yeah. Well, you've been a huge advocate for organ donation in 2015, and the Kidney Foundation honored you with an award.
Yes, they did, which is awesome.
For your passion and your dedication to the cause. Will organ donation still always be a priority in your life?
100%. I mean, forever. I mean, it's almost something where I'm obsessed, where I want to make sure that every year that it gets bigger, it gets better.
If you could leave a parting message, what would that be?
Taking that 2 minutes, you can save lives. I mean, and what better gift can you give anybody just on this planet? And you'll always know that you're living on and you did something positive. So, I bless the person who gave me their kidney, because I'm here. Like, I'm here.
No, Sydney, no, I just don't feel like it. Hi, I'm David C. Jones for Talking Kidney, and Sydney wants me to read his Ode to 2016, but I just don't feel it. The end is nigh, the end is near, it's goodbye 2016, and social media has been telling us that it's been mostly sad and mean. The violence, war, and terror seems to shock us every day, and the cost of living keeps increasing and means it gets so hard to pay. But where is the silver lining or that rainbow pot of gold? Where is the happy ending or the good news story to be told?
But David, in 2016, the Kidney Foundation raised over $30,000 for the National Program for Research.
But in 2016, Britain voted to leave Europe in a sudden lurch.
But transplant people stayed after surgery in one of their worry-free kidney suites.
But the climate still was changing with big storms and record heat.
What do you say?
You're a big boo.
Thousands sign up for the Saving Lives Through Organ Donation campaign.
Yeah, but we became worried about the Zika virus coming and causing lots of pain.
And hey, cheer up. Over 40 kids spend a magical week at the Kidney Kids campsite.
You're right. Now it's time we focused on what's going exactly right. So, be just like Sydney, feel the hope and help people find joy and cheer by volunteering or donating some dough to ring in a happy kidney New Year.
Eight, 9, 10. The holidays are over, so what better time to start building exercise into your schedule? Keeping fit is the key to helping those with chronic illnesses like kidney disease. Although it can be a struggle, it's actually one of the best ways to ease pain and to give you a sense of control over your health. Now, keeping fit doesn't necessarily mean working out in the gym 5 times a week. We're talking about setting realistic goals that can be attained, like walking the dog with the kids or biking around the block. In this segment of Healthier You, our fitness trainer Ryan from RB Fitness in Langley is here to provide us with his top tips on exercise with chronic illness. Let's work up a sweat with Ryan in the gym. Come along.
What's up, everybody? This is Ryan of RD Fitness, and welcome to Healthier You, a show where we give you a chance to give you tips, tricks, and advice on ways to build a healthy, happy body. Today, we're going to break down probably one of the best functional exercises you can incorporate into your exercise routine today. And who better to do this for us than Vice President and Head Trainer Olivia Rainville.
Hi, everyone.
Let's not waste any time and get straight into it. The first phase of the squat that we're going to start with is probably the easiest and safest for all ages to perform. The First part we're going to start with is the placement of the heels. Okay, now what you want to do is make sure that the knee doesn't track too far over the shoelaces. You want the heels placed firmly into the ground, the knees steady so they're not bowing inwards. We want the hips placed forward, back straight, shoulders retracted, and chest up. You're going to take a deep breath in, drive off the heels, and stand straight up and exhale. Great. The reason why we chose the squat as our first and most effective exercise is because of the amount of muscle fibers we use in this exercises. We hit the quads on the way up, we use the hamstrings and glutes on the way down, and throughout the whole exercise, the core is being engaged. Now I want you to take a deep breath in on the way down and exhale on the way up, driving through the heels. Great. Now, once you've found that this exercise is actually getting too easy for you, we're gonna take it up a notch, okay? So we're gonna take your safety net away and we're gonna do the same motion, but without the bench, okay? So bringing the heels back, yes, driving up and breathing in, exhaling. Again, if you watch the hips, they come back like she's still sitting on the seat. The knees don't go past the shoelaces, and she keeps everything tight and core engaged. Great. Now, if you're feeling a little more confident in this thing, we're gonna take it up one more notch. Okay, for all you out there that wanna really feel the burn, what we're gonna do is add a weight into the exercise now. Okay, exact same motion, we just got a weight holding in the front. Yes. Again, watch the knee placement. Drive off the heels. Make sure the back is straight, the chest is out, the chin is up, and you're breathing on the way down and then up. Perfect. Again, remember, it's not which exercises you're doing, it's that you're exercising in general. Just a little bit each week can actually improve the quality of your life and actually prolong it. This has been Ryan and Olivia trying to build a healthier you in 2017. Check us next time on Plugged In.
Hi, I'm Kayla with Community Calendar. On Saturday, February 4th, 2017, the Kidney Foundation of Canada, BC and Yukon branch is hosting a special event. We are inviting anyone who has both diabetes and kidney disease to participate. The event will be held downtown Vancouver from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Dr. Melanie Brown, nephrologist, will speak, as will an individual with both diabetes and kidney disease. It will be a chance for participants to tell their story and to seek support and encouragement from others who are trying to manage both conditions. The nephrologist will be on hand to answer questions. The event is free, but you must register in advance. Please contact Heather Johnson for more information or to register for this event. Kidney Health Month and our annual March Drive door-to-door campaign is just around the corner. If you would like to join the thousands of volunteers this March canvassing their neighborhoods, families, and friends, please contact Marie Hess. We will be more than happy to make the arrangements to get you started. Join us Thursday, March 9th, 2017, World Kidney Day at the Fairmont Hotel, Vancouver to celebrate the 5th Annual Kidney Gala. Last year, tickets to attend the gala sold out, and thanks to our guests and sponsors, we raised a record-breaking $230,000. The Kidney Gala brings attention to kidney disease, the people it affects, the people who care for them, and those who are doing research to help prevent, treat, and even one day find a cure for this serious disease. Get your tickets now. The Kidney Gala will feature incredible live and silent auction items and packages. One of the spectacular packages is a wondrous West Coast adventure. This fabulous package includes a 4-night stay in a deluxe 1-bedroom suite with a relaxing outdoor jacuzzi tub at the Peaceful Harbor Suites in Ucluelet. It's a breathtaking property with stunning surroundings, including visits from the local wildlife, and access to both the serene Ucluelet Inlet and the active marina from every suite. The wondrous adventure also includes a tour of your choice with subtitle adventures. Whether it's bear or whale watching, a sunset cruise, or touring the nearby islands, you get to pick which type of boat suits your adventure. A former Canadian Coast Guard, or maybe the Fast and Fun Zodiac. This is one adventure you do not want to miss. Check the gala website often for updates on what you could see at the auction. I'm Kayla Wallace reporting for the first community calendar of 2017, wishing you a healthy and happy new year. Woo!
And believe it or not, that wraps up our first episode of Plugged In for 2017.
Wow.
What a great start to the new year, right?
Fantastic.
Time just flew.
Yeah, I learned so much.
And also, I'd like to say a very special thanks to all of our guests and our sponsor, Kidney Car.
And of course, thank you for joining us again on Plugged In. Now we want to hear from you. So let us know what you thought about today's episode via Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Like, share, and spread the word. And email us at pluggedin@kidney.bc.ca.
And while you're making those New Year's resolutions, why not register your wishes to be an organ donor? It's easy and it only takes 2 minutes of your time. So just go to kidney.bc.ca, click on the registered red button.
Remember, heroes aren't born, they're registered.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on
Plugged In.
That's cut, right?
Happy New Year!
Did you see how awkward that got? I'm not really gonna get that bad. I'm gonna enjoy myself, guys.
But they do such great work. Hey! There you go.
Stay tuned on
Plugged In.
A happy Kidney New